Alisha Lehmann recalled what Douglas Luiz told her about Jesus and shared with reporters. In 2014, he painted the curbs for the home World Cup for 4 years. Gabriel Jesus went from the curbs in Sao Paulo to the captain's armband of the 2018 World Cup favourites. The main favourite for the World Cup according to bookmakers is the Brazilian national team. The main star of the team is considered to be former Barcelona player Neymar, who now plays for Paris Saint-Germain. But the team has other leaders on whom the fans are counting on. One of them is 21-year-old striker Gabriel Jesus. Previously, he could only dream of wearing a national team shirt. The future Brazilian player started his career on a sandy field in a prison. And at the last Mundial, he watched matches on TV and painted the streets of his hometown for the tournament. Jesus grew up in a favela in the city of São Paulo, where he began playing soccer. At the age of 8, he walked to the local academy with flip-flops and ragged sneakers in hand. Young soccer players practiced on a dirt field on the grounds of a military prison. The dust clouds and unpredictable bounce of the ball taught Jesus to think faster and make better decisions in the game. According to the player's first coach Jose Mamet, the main goal of the academy was to get the boys off the streets of a poor neighborhood in Sao Paulo. More than once he attended the funerals of other young boys who got involved with gangs or drugs. But Gabriel Jesus was different from them. He never missed a training session and lived only for soccer. My mom worked hard, so our family always had something to eat. But many of the kids I grew up with had it worse. Sometimes they only ate once a day when they came to the soccer field. Honestly, a lot of them didn't even come not to play, but for a free sandwich and a soda. Despite his rather poor childhood, the Brazilian still has a strong attachment to his favela and the people in it. "I may leave favela Piri, but Piri will never leave me," he said. A few years later, Jesus moved to the academy of one of São Paulo's top clubs, Palmeiras. There the boy became a local star. In one season he scored 37 goals in 22 matches. In 2014, Brazil hosted the FIFA World Cup. The whole country was preparing for the international tournament. A few years later, Jesus remembered that he himself helped his hometown to become better for the Mundial. He published several photos where barefoot footballer together with friends paint the curbs of São Paulo in yellow and blue colors. At that time, 17-year-old Gabriel was already playing for the youth team Palmeiras, but about the national team could only dream. Brazil itself at that tournament lost at the semi-final stage, losing to the Germans with a score of 1-7. In 2016, Jesus was included in the national team for the home Summer Olympics, where Brazil won gold medals. And the soccer player has not forgotten where he started. "When I got the call from the national team, my emotions were just off the charts. If you understood what that moment meant to me. Just 2 years ago I was painting curbs before the World Cup. Local guys who could paint well then created big murals on the walls of buildings with the faces of national team players, like Neymar and David Luiz. 2 years later I played in the Olympics on the same team as Neymar. I remember wearing the yellow jersey of the national team for the first time. I felt like my dream had come true." In 2014, he painted curbs for his home World Cup. Now he's traveling to Russia as part of the national team. Image number for the Battle for the Dream Jesus has since moved from Brazil to England, where he became a champion with Manchester City. And the Olympic team, which consisted of young players, replaced the main team June 3. Gabriel was appointed captain of the team for a friendly match with Croatia. Brazilians won with a score of 2-0. At the same time, in the native favela of Jesus, the streets are now painted in his honor. In May 2018, graffiti appeared on several houses depicting the soccer player holding a phone with his hand. This is a signature celebration of the Brazilian's goal. According to Jesus, this is how he every time talks with his mother, who has done a lot for him.